welcome to our latest carpool. So today you're going to find out about the west of Estepona. So currently I'm standing just outside of Bahía de Estepona in the Sapphire. So you'll notice just a few minutes drive away in front of us, we've got the town of Estepona, and behind me you'll see the beautiful Rock of Gibraltar. So today we're going to drive through all the different areas of Estepona. So we're going to start off heading at the Sapphire where we are now, towards the island, which is just in front of us. Then we head up towards Valle Romano, up over towards Azata Golf, and then we're going to head down to the popular La Gaspara area and end up in Buenas Noches and see the whole of the west of Estepona. So, hi Alfredo. So today we haven't got Sean, we've got you instead.
Yeah. We got the main guy who's who needs Sean, eh? When you got you and I.
Who needs Sean, eh? So we've just left the beach now, from where we've been standing outside the Sapphire. So we're going to join on to the A7 and we're going to drive past the island, which are the luxurious Frontline Beach townhouse new development that was just finished recently, just a few years ago, and then we're going to head up towards Valle Romano.
And today, like you said in the intro, we're in West Estepona. Is that what it's called?
West Estepona.
West Estepona. That's
Yes.
quite a mouthful, isn't it?
It is quite a mouthful.
And I guess it doesn't take much explaining, right? It's the west part of Estepona. Is that right?
It is, yep, that's correct. So it's the west side of the town, in between Estepona town centre and Casares. Here we've got the island directly in front of us.
So this is a development that was very, very groundbreaking when it came out, right?
It was, yes.
What's
Very
that, like
luxurious.
8 years ago or something like that?
Yeah,
something
roughly about, I can't remember the exact date, but most of these have lovely panoramic sea views, beautiful townhouses, Frontline Beach. It's very rare to get a townhouse, Frontline Beach, and you can walk into the town centre.
What sort of prices are we talking around here? More or less?
Looking 2 million upwards.
Ooh,
for something.
okay,
here.
that went up since it launched.
Yes, definitely.
Everything went up since it launched, I
Everything's
guess.
went up.
Yeah.
We've noticed the prices recently in West Estepona are definitely on the rise. It used to be typically quite a bit cheaper than East Estepona, but we're noticing some of the developments are coming out similar prices to what East Estepona are.
I suppose we're seeing that everywhere in Estepona, aren't we? In the
We
town
are.
centre, the prices are going up. We did Las Mesas.
Yeah.
That's all got more expensive. The new Golden Mile, again, prices are getting a little bit chunkier. The prices are going up everywhere, aren't they, really?
They are, yes. Obviously, building costs are going up, hence why the prices are going up. And Estepona, we're finding, is one of the most popular parts of the coast at the moment. And there's so many new developments popping up everywhere. So just in front of us, that's the road straight into the marina, into the town centre. But we're going to loop around the roundabout and we're going to head up towards Valle Romano now. And this is one of the areas where you can still get quite a bit of value for money up here. So if you're looking for something affordable, this is a really nice area to look at.
Oh, it's a golf area, is that right?
It's a golf area, so you're on the Valle Romano Golf Course. And there's a couple of new developments up here, which we'll see later. But we're just going to take a right here, and you'll head up towards the golf course now.
Okay, so today we're kind of doing like a triangle. No, we're doing the island's a bit that we're starting nearest the town, so to speak.
Yep.
Then we're going to go up on a triangular basis up towards Valle Romano where the motorway is.
Yes.
And then we're going to cut down to the other side of this West Estepona bit towards the edge, which appropriately named, right?
Yep, so the edge is right on the beach,
Okay.
next to a lovely beach club called Nido Beach, which we will see later. So this is the road right up towards Valle Romano. On our left-hand side, though, we do have a development called Zenity. So these are really nice, high-quality properties, and many of them come with beautiful panoramic sea views. So they're just on the edge of the town. You're only a few minutes driving to the town centre, but it's in a bit more of a quiet, more residential area, and they've got nice, luxurious facilities, and they start about $500,000 there.
Okay.
So this is about a 5-minute drive up here, so we can just speed this bit up a little bit because it's a little bit
Yeah,
boring.
we don't need to bore people watching us just driving on a country road. So this is just a country road that takes us up to Valle Romano, is that right?
It is, yes. So we'll notice these street lights are quite recent, and with all the new developments, Estepona are obviously investing quite a bit of money into developing the roads in the surrounding areas.
Gotcha.
So directly in front of us, you'll see the new development called Habitat. This was recently finished, just end of last year. There is 1 or 2 units left, but there is quite a few resale units up for sale in here. So these tend to start around 350,000, 400,000. So good value for money. You can walk to the Valle Romano clubhouse, and you've got a couple of nice restaurants there. And then we're gonna head straight up the road, and you'll see on the right you've got the Valle Romano Golf Course. So have you been to this area much, Alfredo?
I've never been here actually. So I'm quite curious because I've known of it for a long time, and I have an idea of what it is like. But this is a bit fancier than I expected.
A bit fancy, yeah. There's quite a few new development villas going on here, which tend to be just over the 1.2, 1.5 million mark. So again, you get a little bit more value for money here.
This was a lot quicker getting here than I anticipated. You know, when I looked at it on the map, and you said, "Oh, we're going to speed this bit up," I thought it was going to be like a 20-minute drive.
No,
that we would speed up, but it was like we didn't need to speed it up. Really, it was quite fast.
You're only literally about a 6-7 minute drive to town, depending which bit of Valle Romano you come from. You can cycle it. It's about 20 minutes. Walking depends how far you like to walk, but you can definitely cycle into town. So on the right hand side here, you'll see this is like a development where they do like guaranteed rentals. So you can buy one, take a hotel concept,
like a part hotel
concept, yeah. So you can use it for so many weeks a year, and you get a guaranteed rental. So these are pretty cheap here, just over about 200,000 euros. So if you're looking for something where it's got a guaranteed rental income,
a holiday home, no frills. Yeah, but these sort of places are not right for people who are planning on moving maybe full time or whatever. Right? It's a limited amount of time you get to use it.
Yes, you can't use these full time because the tourist license belongs to the development, so it has to be used as tourist accommodation. Yeah. So if you're looking to move here full time, that's not something I would look at. It's more for an investor.
Yeah, or someone that literally is just a holiday home.
Yeah, who wants to come maybe 2 or 3 times a year and then rent it out and make a little bit of money on the side on the next time. So you'll see you've got the Sierra Bermeja just in front of us.
That's the mountains.
That's the mountains, yes. And then we've got the Valle Romano Golf Course behind us and the clubhouse just to our left here. So there's a lovely nice restaurant inside, tapas bar. You've got a little mini market as well on site. So it's quite a lot going on here. And I think as more developments get built here, we will see more and more amenities in this area.
There's a lot of development in this area, right? In the Valle Romano, between here and the coast.
Between here and the coast, we've got Atherna homes, which we're about to come up to in a second. So this is very popular because of the price point. These start just over 300,000 euros. So it's
pretty good for this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very tough to get a new development under that price, especially in the Estepona area. And you've got 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms. It's got really nice facilities. So the first phase that was built was originally a development that was built many years ago, which was affected by the crash in 2008. So it was just a structure. So they're finishing off the structure, and then the second phase of it is completely new, what they're building. But we'll pull over in a second at the end, and you'll be able to see the views all over the golf course, looking over towards Azata Golf in a second.
And then to our right, there's the motorway.
You've got the AP7 just onto the other side of us, to the right.
I mean, this is a very common thing amongst all the coasts, isn't it? You have the motorway at the top, you have a coast road at the bottom. Beachside tends to be more expensive, more holiday homey type things for rentals, and then the bit in between the coast road and the motorway is normally where the golf is and this sort of thing.
Yes.
Well, this is a nice spot. Minus the crates, obviously.
Minus the crates. So, pull over. So, we're at the top of the Valle Romano golf course here. So, the reason I brought you up here, because you can see right the way down the coast. It's a little bit noisy because we're standing next to Atherna Homes, which is currently under construction. To our right, you'll see we've got Azata Golf Course. In the distance towards the sea, you'll see all the white buildings. That's the La Gaspara area. So that's really popular. And then to the left, you will see all the Valle Romano Golf Course, and you'll see there's lots of little villas dotted around in the distance.
So what are they building over here?
So this is Atherna Homes. So the furthest block away is phase 1, and the one that they're just starting on now is phase 2. So many of the units do have lovely views over the golf course and the sea, and you've got gym, pool, co-working area. Like I say, they're very good value for money up here. So if you're looking for something close to the town, good value for money, it's fantastic. So now we're going to head back down and we're going to cross over towards the Azata Golf Course. There's a few new developments over that side, and then we're going to head down to the Gaspara area where most of the new developments are focused.
So for the benefit of the video, Amy, now we're heading back down the road that we came up.
We are, yes. So we're going to head past the Valle Romano Golf Course on the left, and we're going to cut across towards the Azata Golf Course.
Which is where there's a lot of development.
I'm down towards the Gaspara area. That's where all the new developments are focused. There's many there.
Yep.
So we're back outside of the development habitat, which was recently finished, and now instead of going back down to the A7, we're going to head straight across and we're going to cut towards the Azata Golf Course.
So that's a different golf course.
So this is a different golf course. They're both good value for money, these golf courses, so they are popular. So you can see there's lots of little older villas built around here, which are really good value for money. So you can if you want a little like bungalow style villa, you can get these for under $1 million here. There is a development that was launched recently of new build villas. It started at $1 million, but the sales have been paused while they reevaluate the prices, because I can imagine for that price they were extremely popular. So they're looking at readjusting the prices.
So a new villa for $1 million is considered cheap.
Yes,
yeah, right.
Very good value for money. If you look in most parts of the course, you're looking at least 1.5 to 2 million for a villa.
So what just a silly question, but this is further away from Marbella, further away from the airport.
It is, yeah.
So why would you buy here instead of the east part of Estepona?
Valle Romano, you tend to find you get a little bit more value for money here than East Estepona. So if you're looking for something new build in East Estepona, most of them tend to be $500,000 upwards for a 2-bedroom, sometimes even more, 700-800 in certain areas. But here you can get them starting around 350,000, 400,000, depending on the development. So this development on our left is called Altoaces. Again, the building was already here. And they are completely renovating them, so they're brand new. It's a development of townhouses, but they're making them super luxurious. They're going to come with an indoor pool, underground parking, spa, gym. So it's really rare that you find a townhouse on a gated community with underground parking and all those facilities. Normally, when you get a townhouse, it doesn't have anything like that.
Right, it's not much in the way of communal areas and things.
No, it's more just an independent house. But we're finding now it's more people are wanting to have communal facilities. They're wanting to have underground parking. So if it's like a more of a lock up and leave concept.
And nationalities, people that live here, buy here, is it the same as the rest of the coast, pretty much?
Yeah, we find it's a real mix of nationalities here. I've sold to quite a few different nationalities, Eastern European, Scandinavian, British, of course. It's just people who want to get a little bit more for the money, but don't want to be in the heart of the town centre. So it's a little bit more residential on this side of the coast. So it's a little bit more peace and quiet. But the benefit is you're only 7 to 10 minutes into the heart of Estepona, so you're very close to the town centre.
I was surprised when you look at a map. Sometimes you get a false sense of distance. Mm-hmm. I was surprised when I passed on the motorway, when I passed the Estepona turnoff.
Yes.
Even for Estepona East, it was like an additional 5-10 minutes. It was nothing, maybe not even that.
It's nothing.
So when you look at a map, you think, oh, I'm right on the other side of Estepona, so I'll be further to the airport. But really, in the car,
It's nothing.
Because it's nothing. It's the next exit.
Yeah.
It's just mad.
And the benefit is, so on this side, you're very close to the AP7. The junction to get onto it is really easy. It's just after the town. Whereas when you're in East Estepona, to get onto the AP7, you have to go into San Pedro.
And the AP7 is the toll road.
The toll road. So
right.
it's actually pretty quick to get to the airport because you can just jump straight on to the toll road here. So it's a lot easier to access a toll road from this side of Estepona than what it is to access it from East Estepona.
Gotcha.
Because San Pedro is where a lot of the traffic is. So we're coming down here. I'm heading towards the La Gaspara area. So this is where a lot of the new developments are focused. So you will see there's a couple of older projects here. And then in the distance, you'll see lots of new white, shiny apartment blocks getting built.
Is it mostly apartments?
It's mostly pretty much all apartments down here.
Okay, yeah, you can see that in the distance. It's Crane Central, isn't it?
Crane Central, yeah. Gosh, there must be about 10, 15.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of new developments going on down there. So you'll see in the valley down here, there's a development called Azata Golf Villas. So again, these were an older development.
These are you barely see the rooftops.
Yeah, you can just see the rooftops, but these were really good value. You get a really large townhouse, many of them with basements, and these were like 600,000-700,000 when they were released. But they're very nice size and really nice quality inside.
Azata Golf Villas.
Azata Golf Villas, yes. And now we're heading to the new Estepona Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where we are?
On the map. Again, I've never been here actually. It looks.
It's not fully operational yet.
Ah, okay.
So
okay.
they're still getting it all sorted out. So these to our right is called Breezes Del Mar. So these are semi-detached villas which are going to have private pools, and they're super good value for money.
Not much in terms of garden though, is there?
There isn't, no,
Jesus.
but for 700,000 euros,
yeah, okay.
They're very good value for money.
It does feel a little bit building sitey, like a lot of parts of the coast do at the moment. But I'm guessing in a couple of years, when all the stuff's finished, it's be consolidated.
It will. So obviously there is a lot of cranes, but if you can put up with this for the time being, your property's only going to go one way. The values are going to go up once they're finished being built.
Right, Hospital de Alta Resolución, that's a public hospital.
That's a public hospital,
right.
yeah.
I know.
But it's not, like I say, it's not fully operational yet. Some of the wards aren't in use yet.
You can't quite see this from the camera vantage point, but you saw it earlier. To our left, it's like there's cranes everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that I can see.
Yeah, and we do have a new school just here as well. So this building, which you will see in a second, this one here, to our left, that is a school.
This one
just in front of us here, yeah. That's a school here. So we'll head up this way. So when I first moved here, there was only 1 or 2 developments built here.
You live in Estepona, don't you?
I live in Estepona, but I live in East Estepona. And when I first came here, there was barely nothing. There was just loads of plots of land and not much. There was 180, which was under construction, and a couple more. But now there's just so much going on here. You'll see you've got Sunway, which is under construction here.
2, 3 bedrooms.
2 and 3 bedrooms, start about $500,000. So we're going to head up the next street, and these were some of the first ones. These plots here were the first ones that were built on in the area.
So would it be accurate to say that between 400 and 500,000 you'll get yourself a decent new build 2-bedroom apartment?
Yes.
Just somewhere around here?
Yeah, and because we're elevated up here, you'll notice many of them have nice views.
Right, okay, yeah.
So we've got Azahar de Estepona on the right, and we've got 180 on the left. So there's quite a few different phases to 180. So dependent which block you're looking at depends when they were built. They're still finishing one off at the moment. And then this one that they're building here, Idyllic, these are much larger than your typical apartment. So if you're looking for something on the larger side, these are great. They're about 150 square meters for a 2-bedroom, but obviously the prices reflect that. So in front, this is all 180, all the different phases of it.
180 is the name of the development.
180 is the name of the development. You've got suites, collection. So the ones at the back were the ones that were built first, and these ones are the ones which are under construction at the moment. And then we've got so many developments getting built to the side here. We've got Sunset Bay over here.
What's this area called?
La Gaspara area.
Gaspara. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a new build, this is one of the most popular areas. We've got Costa Gardens just down here as well. They've only got a few units left to start about 700,000.
What's your favourite in this area?
Idyllic's very nice because they're typically larger than your average apartment, because a lot of them are very similar to each other. So if you want something a little bit different, they're going to have really large, big terraces. And like I say, your apartment isn't just sort of 80, 90 square metres, it's much larger than your typical apartment. So they have got some sports facilities down here as well, which you'll notice.
Right, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On to your right. You can see here you've got all the football ground. And then the good thing about this area, even though you're not in the town centre, we do actually have some amenities you can walk to.
Oh.
So when we get to the bottom of the hill, we're going to drive past them and we'll see them all.
I haven't seen a shop or a cafe or anything for a while.
We'll see in a second.
Okay.
So this was finished about a year or so ago, so there's sea views. So the upper unit get lovely sea views. We've got the new Aldi here. And then to the right, this is where all the commercial area is. So it's a little mini commercial centre. And just as you cross the road, you're at the beach. So you can walk to the beach from here. So we've did a big loop.
So this is the main coast road,
This
as
is
we
the
call
main,
it,
yeah,
right?
this is the A7.
Right.
So you've got everything here. You've got cafe, restaurant, supermarket. You've got a shop where it sells everything, a Chinese shop we call them here. China Home. We've got everything here. So if you don't want to be in the heart of the town centre, but you want something that you can just walk to if you need to, this is a very good area for it.
Pharmacy?
Pharmacy, yeah.
Yeah, you touched on it. Here what they call Chinese shops, it doesn't mean Chinese food.
No.
It refers to in the UK you might have a pound shop or something like that, right? That sort of thing.
Yeah. So these are all called like China Home. And you can get everything in there from
These are nice.
homeware. So these are called Malachi. So they've got only a few penthouses left. These start, they're about 700,000. But then you've got lovely sea views.
Had this conversation when we're doing that message.
Yeah.
How's our penthouse? It's 2 stories high. It's just the roof of the house.
But you've got quite a lot being built behind there. So you've got Natura as well, Celestia Homes. Getting built behind Malachi.
You know what I mean? It's like a penthouse there. You wouldn't even get a view.
No, you do get a view.
The trees are higher than the penthouse.
You do get a view. I know in where you're from in Bellumadena, they're all big high rises, aren't they?
Yeah. No, but there you get penthouse, you can see the whole coast.
You can. But in Estepona, outside of the town, they're limited to how many stories they can build because they don't want it to be really built up. So that's
that's nicer. It is nice. I do prefer low rise.
Because not everyone likes high rise, do they?
I don't like high rise. It's ugly. But if you're going to get a penthouse, you probably want to be high up.
Yeah. So to our left here, we've got IC. So they're on to phase 3 here, which are just about to start. And we've got the Palms getting built here. So they've only got 1 bedrooms left here at the moment. And then in front, we've got Bayside Homes. So there's, like I say, there's lots and lots of new development going on.
Nice thing is that because there's so many cranes in different developments right now, it suggests that they'll kind of be completed relatively around the same sort of time.
Yeah, so many of them are about 2 years away.
Right.
I would say if they're already under construction, it's earlier than 2 years. If they haven't started yet, it's typically about two and a half years, depending by the time it gets its license and signed off. But I have been told at the bottom of the road there is plans to build some more amenities. So we're here. But I remember when I first moved here, this road wasn't even a proper road. It was all like a dirt track.
I mean, you could see
they're going to build a road.
There's going to be building more things, don't they? They do that, don't they? They first build the infrastructure, and then they all the developments around it.
All these lights are brand new. These have only been put in recently. But when I first moved here, this was a dirt track when we've had to come up here, and I was like, "What is this? You're going up a dirt track to your house?"
So now it feels like we're leaving West Estepona. Is that not the case?
No, we're just going up to Estepona Golf now.
Ah, okay.
So we're still in West Estepona, but Estepona Golf sort of backs onto sort of because Finca Cortesín area and Casara, so right on the border.
For the benefit of people, the Casares, which is the next municipality, right on this side of it, like nearest here, is a place called Finca Cortesín.
It is,
which is one of the world's top sort of hotel resorts, golf resorts, isn't it?
It is, yes.
It's like super, super high level luxury.
Super luxurious spa facilities and gym. It's very, very nice.
So I'm guessing if you're buying here, you're buying at a very reasonable price what is essentially the same place, if you like.
Yeah,
at least the physical part of it.
You're
the
very
beaches,
close by to it, yeah. And we're not far from Alcazaba Lagoon from here.
Alcazaba Lagoon. Now that's an interesting one, isn't it?
It is, yes.
That's on the other side of the motorway, I think. Is that right?
Yes, but you come to it through this road. You'll see the signpost for it soon. Have you been to it before?
No, but I did a lot of promotions for it when it started.
Oh, you need to
and
go.
Well, there's a signpost. There's to do the ghetto version of this video. If you slow down near when we get to that signpost, you see on this billboard, there's like a giant, what looks like a massive lagoon swimming pool thing.
So it's a big man-made lagoon.
It's a man-made lagoon where you can do surfing and God knows what.
And loads of water sports. It's got a restaurant up there. It's really nice and it's really popular with families as well. And you can just sit and relax. They've got outdoor wood-fired hot tubs. It's beautiful.
Have you been to the beach in Dorada at all?
La Reserva?
Yeah.
Yes.
How does that compare?
I would say that's a bit more adult-focused, high-end. This is a bit more family-friendly.
Right, okay.
So it's very nice for families. So to the left, we've got the Estepona Golf Course, but up to the right, we'll take you up, you'll see the driving range. And there's a couple of new developments just up here as well. So if you see the driving range, how's your golf skills, Alfredo?
Last time I played golf, I whacked my girlfriend in the ankle with the thing.
No, gotta say, Gary took me to a driving range and I was absolutely dreadful. Golf's definitely not my sport. I'll stick to maybe paddle.
Yeah, I should play golf. I'm 55 this year, and I got the physique for golf.
So you'll see on the left here, we've got Abbey Estepona. So these were, again, a development that was built many years ago and it was affected by the crash. They've finished them off and started reselling them, but these were really good value for money. These started about 300,000 euros and they're pretty much nearly all sold out. But they're about to build another phase of it. And then I've been told in the future they're going to have some townhouses in front of it as well. So they've got nice communal facilities. You've got a paddle court on site, which is obviously really popular, pool, gym, and a big co-working area. So they're about to build the next phase just up here. So this is
a bit more of a walk, isn't it? If you were like going to go to the amenities, you'd take your car, wouldn't you?
Yes. So a lot of West Estepona, you do need your car. That's the thing. It's more of a residential area, which is very close to the town centre.
Again, that applies to most of the coast, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Unless you're in the heart of the town, it's very close to be walking distance to amenities.
Okay, what can we see ahead of us now?
So straight ahead of us, this is all Estepona Golf. And this is where a lot of the other new developments in the golf area are focused. So again, you get very good value for money here. This is one of the best value for areas of Estepona at the moment. So we're going to head down towards the golf course now and I'll show you what developments are getting built. So you don't come to Estepona much, Alfredo?
No, I particularly not this part of the side of Estepona. I go to the west more often.
The west?
Sorry, the east.
The east.
More often, but I only really pass here on the motorway when I'm going to Gibraltar or Tarifa or Sotorande.
Yeah.
I've been to Sotorande more times than I've been to this part of Estepona.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you think of the town?
Of Estepona?
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's overhyped. I'm just gonna say it.
I love Estepona.
I think it's overhyped. I think if you asked me this 4 years ago, I would say it's amazing. Because it wasn't on the radar at all.
Yes.
But it's so much on the radar now. It runs a bit like movies. I get a lot of hype before you actually watch it, and you're like, it's all right. To me, Estepona as a town center is nice.
It's beautiful. It's got a really nice promenade and it's full of lots of flowers and it's really pretty.
So there's a lot of places on the coast. So I like it. I do like it. It is really good. But I do think it's running the risk of being a little overhyped because it is so good and it's getting such good press that you could find yourself being a little bit like, okay.
So there is the road to Alcazaba Lagoon, you can see.
On the right side here.
Yeah,
right.
so you're about 5 minutes drive up there. There's a couple of new developments up there as well. and they're all right around the lagoon, but they're classed as Casares.
Right.
So they're right on the border. They're just over the AP7.
Okay.
So we're going to head up now towards the Estepona Golf area where most of the developments are focused.
I think the relevance of being in a different municipality, as you'd imagine, is you kind of, it's different rules, different taxes, different things, you know, so it is relevant whether you're in Marbella or whether you're in Estepona or Casares.
Yeah, well, the good thing about Estepona, they've just reduced all the IBI for the residents because the mayor's managed to get the municipality into profit, which is very good news for everyone.
EB is the yearly property tax.
It's a yearly property tax. So anyone in England would probably know it as council tax.
Right.
So it's very similar to that. So this is Mirador de Estepona Golf. So you can get some units, resale units in here, about $350.
Mirador is like a viewpoint, and you find a lot of developments have that name. Mirador of this, Mirador of that. That normally suggests that there's going to be nice views, doesn't it?
Yes. And we're going to head up towards a couple of resale ones. But you've got Estepona Golf Course Clubhouse just on your right here.
Which nobody can see. It's on the right.
You'll have to show an image, won't
Yeah,
you,
I'll show
instead?
it, yeah.
And we do have the Birdie Hills development, which is providing extremely popular because you've got you've got a place where you can park your golf buggy in your apartment.
That's it.
So for golfers, it's great. So this is Sunny Golf, which has lovely views over to the west towards Gibraltar and overlooking the golf course. So these were built by Taylor Wimpey, which many English people will know because they're big in the UK as well.
And they have a very good reputation here.
They do.
Taylor Wimpey, España, the for the build, the aftercare, all that.
Yeah, they're one of the few developers where they tend to finish on time. The quality's normally pretty good. The snagging list isn't as big as what some of them are, so they do have a good reputation here. So at the moment, this is a dead end, but I have noticed there is a road which goes round, so eventually this probably will link on to more things, but we're going to turn around here.
Now where are we going?
So now we're going to head back down. So we might want to speed this up a little bit because we're going to go back on the same part as where we've already drove to. We're going to head down towards the A7 and down towards the Buenas Noches La Galleria area.
Cool.
So now we're coming into Bahía, Dorada, Costa Galleria, Buenas Noches sort of area. So this is the sort of end of West Estepona, right on the border of Casares. So you've got a little commercial centre to your right, which has got a few little things, a restaurant, a vets. But if we go right up here, you'll notice this is where some more of the high-end luxury developments are getting built. So all the developments around here start about 600,000 upwards. So a little bit of a higher price point, but in my opinion, the quality's very nice here, and you get luxurious facilities here. And I think the reason for that is because we're so close to Finca Cortesín here.
Right, so it's spillover.
So they're probably aiming at a slightly different buyer compared to La Gaspara area.
Costa
Galera. So these townhouses are very good value. These have all got a private elevator from your garage, which is underneath.
And they're perched up nice with probably get decent views from the top.
So we've got Absolute, which is just in front of us on our left. So this is a very small boutique development, which is finished later on this year. So these are nearly all sold out. And we're going to head up towards Unica, which is under construction. So Unica is built by Ada's Home, so these are one of the main builders in Estepona area. You'll notice from the Las Mesas video, they built quite a bit in the Las Mesas area as well, and they've also got quite a bit getting built in East Estepona, so they're very prominent in Estepona. So here they've got really high-end facilities, indoor pool, spa. They like building nice quality developments here. And you'll notice lots of these have beautiful views over to the mountains and to the sea, which you can see surely.
So here we're near Finca Cortesín, is that?
Yeah, Finca Cortesín, you can see is just in the background.
Those-
Up here, this is all towards the Casares and Finca Cortesín area. So we can pull over here and you can have a look at the view.
So this is the pretty much the border with Casares.
It is. Just behind us is Casares.
Okay.
So is this a new area for you?
Yeah,
You've been
totally.
here before?
Never.
Never. We'll turn around and we can get out here.
Maybe we go up this bit and then drive to the end, almost as if you're going to ride over the edge. So we're being very lazy here, and rather than getting out the car and trying to show you a view, I'm being very lazy here. We're going to use the car as a giant camera and point at the view and hope for the best.
You're testing my driving skills here.
Yeah, this is a carpool. It's it's allowed, but you can see as we turn around, we go down slowly.
We've got lovely panoramic views here, right over the whole of the coast. So that's why people buy here, because you get luxurious facilities and you've got amazing panoramic sea views. And again, we're not far from Estepona. We're a little bit further here. We're about sort of 10, 12 minutes from the town centre itself. But again, we're very close to Sota Grande and La Duquesa, which has got a nice marina as well.
I mean, I think because it's quite a mountainousy sort of area, you probably, the view elements of it will be very deciding on which unit you get, right? And that sounds like I'm stating the obvious, but in some developments, because of how they are geographically, everything has a view. Here, you could be facing another building, you could be facing a hill, you could be facing the sea. So you kind of, if views is what is your jam, then you're gonna, those are probably gonna go first, right? I guess.
Yeah, we tend to find the units with the views go first here, but this is, if a client is looking for something with a view, it can be quite obviously hard to get in a town centre where it's very built up. So that's when we'll start suggesting areas like this, because they're a little bit more elevated. You can get a unit with a lovely panoramic sea view, but we're still pretty close to the town centre here. So it's really easy. You can just jump in an Uber and it's about 10 minutes away from the town centre. And if we go down here, you'll notice there's a development called Equilibrio. So this is actually walking distance to the beach down from this one. Well, we could walk from there as well. And the promenade can take you right into Casares and Sabanias, or you can go into Estepona. There's only a little bit which isn't quite finished yet into Estepona, but we keep getting promised that it will all be completely finished.
Gotcha.
At some point. So if you like walking or cycling, it's really nice to walk down there.
There's like a little bit of a maze, isn't it, of
It is.
back streets.
But this is going to take us right back onto the main road now.
This is where we came up a minute ago.
Yeah,
Right.
so this road here is where we came up. Alfredo's lost, aren't you?
No, I can see the sea. So when you can see, at least I found my bearings. The sea is over there. I can see
So
that.
we're back. This is the road we came up. There's a little mini commercial centre there, so it hasn't got lots of things, but there's a few little things you can walk to. And just directly over this roundabout takes you to the beachfront promenade.
Wow.
And then we're literally into Casares, just on your right-hand side.
How would you get across the road? I suppose you just have to...
There is a bridge that you can walk over.
So where are we heading now then?
So now we're going to head towards...
If you go down here, do you mind?
Yeah,
so we can get a little bit of a
can.
view. Mirador de Bermuda Beach on the left and Bermuda Beach on the right. I don't know where this is. You probably don't know where this is either.
No, I do know where it is, yeah.
You do?
I've had took clients
but
down
this is
here.
nicely perched up. If you really... This is the one talking about sea views. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
you've got beautiful sea views.
It's a little dead end, but...
So,
If we
can't
carried
get
on
it from
driving
here.
here, we'd end up in the water, wouldn't we?
but you can see down here, the beach, the promenade. So down here we've got the promenade.
On the left-hand side.
On the
right.
left-hand side, yeah.
And directly below us is
Directly below us, you've got the promenade there.
the beach, right?
Yeah.
These are nice though. It's through the fence.
Yeah, they're lovely. So these are still classed as Estepona.
This was called, what was it called again?
This is Bermuda Beach. But they have the best panoramic sea views.
Yeah, that looks lovely.
Would you like something?
I'd have that.
Would you
Yeah,
have that, yeah?
I'd have that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing being on the beach, I'm guessing the price will be fairly steep.
Yeah, these
Also off the
800 to $1 million, depending on the size of the unit you're looking at. But how would you feel about people just walking in front of your apartment all the time?
Yeah, that's true.
So now we're going to head back towards Estepona town centre, and we're going to see Nido Beach and the Edge development, which is a very unique development. Have you seen the Edge before?
I've seen it in renders, not in person.
Yeah, it's really unique. It's like a semicircle shape.
I mean, when it was launched, or at least marketed 7-8 years ago, started to be launched. We used to joke about it, that it was like living on the edge, because it was right on the edge of nowhere, because it wasn't as built up. So
yeah,
it felt like it was really in the middle of nowhere. It's like, who the hell's going to buy that far away from everything?
Definitely.
And now it's all filled in, isn't it?
It is. Well, you know, when I first moved here, I looked at an apartment down West Estepona, and I was like, gosh, it feels so far away. There's nothing here, because there was hardly any developments here. But now, in the space of a few years, there's so many developments built up. They've built more amenities, and you don't feel like you're in the middle of nowhere anymore. A lot of the time, if you're beachside, you actually have to walk over to the other side in order to get to the shops,
Gotcha.
the cafes, unless you're looking at the ones right on the very front of the beach. So now you'll see we're driving up towards the edge, and you'll see the unique semicircle building, and this is right next to a lovely, quite recently built beach club called Nido Beach.
Nido. Right.
Nido Beach.
Which is it's where like chicks live. What are they called? The nest. It's a nest.
A nest.
Yeah.
But quite often they have DJs on here, and it's really popular. So you'll see.
I can see it already. The edge, the renders were spectacular. So.
And just opposite us is the Gaspara area where we were before. So you
Right.
can walk from the Gaspara area directly to here,
Yeah,
and you can pay half the price.
I just saw before we turned off, there was directly in front of us, there was a flat, like a overpass where you could walk
Yes,
across.
there's a bridge
I
that
hadn't
you
seen
can walk
many, so I'm
across.
thinking, okay, well, you're saying you can go over, but I can't see where they are, but that was actually just there. Cool.
So we'll pull up now and we'll go and have a look at the Edge and Nido Beach. So here we are at Nido Beach, and you've got the Edge behind us. So Nido Beach is a new beach club. It's a bit more of a relaxed vibe compared to Porto Banús. Offers sort of Mediterranean style food, and quite often they have live DJ events on, but it's a much more sort of upmarket and relaxed sort of place to come to.
What's to your right now?
To the right, we've got Costa del Sol, which is actually a nudist beach.
Well, tell the camera, what's there right now?
So there's actually someone walking naked along the beach. So we'll not show that on camera though. But like I say, the Edge has got beautiful panoramic sea views. These start about 850 upwards, up to sort of like 2.5–3 million, depending on what view you've got, if it's a penthouse. But again, it's got really nice high-end facilities, and you're walking distance to everything. So that was our carpool for West Estepona. So if you're looking for something that's got good value for money, new build, near golf, and very close to Estepona town centre, West Estepona is the area for you.
And nudism.